Hello and welcome to another update on the Sherwood real estate market. My name is Steve Thoele. I'm a principal real estate broker with Premier Property Group. And this update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity ending this past Sunday, February 18th. So let me switch over here and share my screen with you now, and we'll go through the info here together. So first off, we'll look at active listing activity. So this last week I showed we had 10 properties come on the market. You can kind of see that that's kind of in the middle of kind of where it's been over the past 8 weeks. When you look at total listings, you can kind of see we started off at 61, hit 75 on a couple occasions here over the past 8 weeks, and the last couple weeks have kind of come back down. Most recent reading is 63 homes are active on the market right now in Sherwood. The median list price and days on market for the active listings, you can see as far as price goes, we were kind of in the low 700s up until this last week, and it shot clear up to 770,000. So when you kind of look behind the data here, there was a handful of new construction, higher priced new construction listings that hit the market, which kind of drove this number up considerably over prior weeks. And then the days on market, you can kind of see that's definitely been trending down. Had a high of 79 days of average market time to begin with. That got down to a low of 30 days. Last couple weeks have kind of crept back up. The most recent reading is 37 days of average market time for these 63 homes right now active on the market in Sherwood. Next, we'll look at pending listings, pending sales. Last week was kind of a slow week in terms of pendings. I show we had 4 homes go pending in Sherwood last week, which is a low for the past 8 weeks. Total pendings, you can kind of see that was a nice increase here from a low of 37 weeks back, and that grew clear up to about 56 pendings here 2 weeks ago. Did drop back at this last week down to 46 is kind of where we sit right now with pendings in Sherwood. The median price and days on market for those pendings, you can kind of see we had a high of 715 7 weeks back, and low point was 2 weeks ago at 623. This last week did go back up again to 677. Was the most recent median price. And then days on market, you can kind of see we were in the 70s for the most part, except for 2 weeks where it did dip back into the down into the 40s at 44. Okay, sold listings. So as of the time I put this together, showed we had 7 properties cross over from pending to sold, a couple more than we had over the prior 2 or 3 weeks. In terms of total, when I look back over the prior 4 weeks, I should say, here on a week-by-week basis, that's the red bars. We had a high of 31 closings 8 weeks back when you look over the prior 4 weeks, and that kind of declined clear down to 15 closings over the prior 4 weeks a month ago. And then since then, we have been kind of building back up. Most recent reading is 24 closings over the prior 4 weeks. And the median price and days on market for those sold listings, that's we've been on the gradual rise. We had a low of 650 8 weeks back, hit 700 again on a couple occasions, and this last week fell back to 673. It's the most recent median price of the most recent sales in Sherwood. And the days on market, you can kind of see we started off at 44, got clear up to 66 here about 5 weeks back, and we did hit a low for the past 8 weeks this last week at 26 days of average market time in Sherwood. And then lastly, we'll look at weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So red bars is that weeks of inventory figure, kind of good measurement of relative supply and demand in the market, and we were at about 8 weeks of inventory to begin with. That got clear up to just under 19 weeks of inventory 3 weeks back, as we were kind of, our sales were dipping there as we looked at above. And then as sales have kind of gradually increased again over the past few weeks, we've seen the inventory level kind of come back down. So most recent reading is just about 10, 11 weeks of inventory right now in Sherwood. And then that sale price as a percent of the original list price, you can kind of see we were to started off about 96%, got down to about 94.5% here 5 weeks back, and it has been on the rise, as you can kind of see from that point, hitting 97% this last week, which is a high for the past 8 weeks. So just about a 3% discount on sellers asking prices is kind of where we sit. So prices are firming here again as we're kind of moving out of the dead of winter here. And then the last thing we'll look at is kind of an update on mortgage rates. This is again from a website, Mortgage News Daily, which kind of tracks daily mortgage rate activity. And last update I gave you 2 weeks ago, we were at about 6.9% on the 30-year fixed rate loan. And as you can kind of see, that's been on the rise over the past couple of weeks. Last week was kind of a tough week for rates. There was a couple inflation reports that came out. The CPI and PPI reports came out, and they were both higher than expected or a little hotter than expected, which market certainly didn't like that, and caused the bond market kind of rose, and yields rose, I should say, and caused interest rates to rise. And so we ended last week with a 30-year fixed rate loan at about 7.15 or so. So just about a 1/4% higher than we were a couple weeks ago, because of the kind of the inflation figures that came out was a big determiner of that. Hopefully that will stabilize and ideally kind of head back down, but we'll see. A lot goes into interest rates. So anyway, hope that update was helpful for you. As always, if I can answer questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My phone number and email address are always down below these videos. So, you can give me a call, send me a text, or send me an email. I'd be happy to respond to you, back to you, and see what I can do to help. As always, really appreciate any likes, comments, shares, any love that you can give these videos. It's much appreciated. So please do that. And I hope you have a great day and week ahead. And we'll see you on the next update.